So I was asked which piece I wanted to read from the collection, and I suggested not summer camp because, like you, I've never had a summer camp experience in my childhood, or sleepovers, or wasn't allowed to talk to boys, so I was probably 18. So I think I always see a piece of myself in you, Philip, and maybe a little bit the other way around, I don't know. So this is Not Summer Camp. In 1941, the year I'm born, my father's parents buy an abandoned bungalow that's currently housing a neighbor's goats. It's about 20 miles from South Philly and Somerdale, a very rural area of New Jersey. There's a paved road in front of the place, but most other roads in the town are dirt or sand. My grandfather's cousin Sam lives nearby and tips him off to the bargain property he feels he can make a cheap summer home. Everyone in our extended family, and many of our comic street friends and neighbors, come to work on the bungalow on weekends for several years until it becomes a livable summer house. Grandma buys new furniture and household goods for their home in South Philly and furnishes the bungalow with the old furniture and household items, plus dishes, bedding, and linens donated by family and friends. Everyone who worked on rebuilding the bungalow or contributed in any way is a welcome guest at any time, forever. When school ends in June, there's no day camp or sleepaway for us. It's off to Grandma's house in Somerdale, our summer camp. In this unheated bungalow with an icebox, no hot water, in a cesspool in the middle of the garden for fertilizer, for inner city kids living in a gray world of coal-fired pollution, horse-drawn trash, milk in coal wagons, spending summers in glorious sunshine and fresh country air with endless fields and woods to roam is nothing short of a miracle. Each morning, my sister and I stand naked in front of the kitchen sink, shivering while Grandma scrubs us down with the washcloths of cold water and Octagon laundry soap. Saturday nights are bath nights where large pasta pots are filled with water and put on the stove until boiling. They're poured into the bathtub that's been plugged with a rubber stopper so the water doesn't run out. My sister bathes first, followed by me in the same bath water. It's barely warm by the time it's my turn, but it still feels good. Over the kitchen table, hanging from the ceiling, are flyer catchers with 3-foot-long brown sticky tape pulled from a small cylinder that hangs at the end to weigh them down. Flies land on and stick to the tape. Grandma changes the fly catchers every few days when the tape is filled with dead flies. During the earlier Depression era, it was not uncommon for folks of limited means to fashion bed sheets, curtains, and even clothing from empty 50-pound heavy cotton flour sacks discarded by local grocers. Grandma still uses these old Depression-era handmade sheets for our bedding, to the delight of our neighbors who make fun of us when she hangs out the heavily bleached sheets, still faintly bearing the gold metal flower logo. Our bedrooms have no fans and only screens for ventilation. On weekends when Grandpop is home, he goes around to all the open windows at night and sprays them from outside with a hand-pumped spray gun full of Black Flag DDT to keep mosquitoes away. It is later discovered by the government to be a deadly poison, but killing mosquitoes is enough for us. Okay, one more short piece. This is called Visitors. I always look forward to the arrival of the Iceman. He lays a thick piece of canvas over his shoulder and hoists up a big block of ice using a large set of tongs. While he's carrying the heavy block of ice into the kitchen to load in the icebox, I hop on the back of his truck and steal a few small broken chunks of ice to suck on in the hot summer sun. The Freihofer man hops by with his truck twice a week, and Grandmom always buys fresh bread and treats for us. My favorite is glazed donuts. So yummy. Gypsies stop by regularly and try to sell us wooden lawn furniture they make. Grandma makes us hide in the house whenever they come. She says, gypsies kidnap kids and sell them to farmers who need workers. We believe Grandma, and we're afraid of the gypsies. My parents come up on Fridays for the weekend, and my grandfather and Uncle Nick arrive on Saturday after closing the grocery store in Philly. I share a bedroom with Uncle Nick, and my sister sleeps on a cot in my parents' bedroom. We have large family dinners that also include my Uncle Leon, Aunt Marie, and their 2 kids, Leonard and Marianne, who live just down the road a bit. Friends and neighbors from Commock Street often visit on weekends, help with mowing, gardening, and other chores. It's fun for them and a chance to get out of the city for a bit. They're very well fed when they leave, carrying bags of vegetables from the garden. My favorite visitors are my grandmother's brothers and sisters, especially her brother Joe. Uncle Joe always arrives with a gallon of wine, a set of bocce balls, and a guitar. You can bet there'll be lots of laughing, dancing, singing, bocce, and great family dinners. A little bit late tonight, Philip. Thanks.